Hey, what's up guys? It's Jake aka Tag, and today we're back at it again with a trusty Mortar bait deck. This deck has got the Rascals, the Spear Goblins, the Goblin Gang, and the Bats all for bait. And then of course you're gonna have the Mortar and the Miner for the chip damage and the win conditions. We prefer to end up having Spear Goblins over Dark Goblin in this deck because after the Dark Goblin nerf, it is just not as viable, and it's just not as good against bridge spam as the Spear Goblins are. The Spear Goblins allow you to kite bandits, defend against them for positive elixir trades, and just allow you a much faster cycle to chip away with miners and win games quicker. So let's go jump straight into some games and let's try to assert some dominance against Triple Spell and Golem Warriors. We're gonna end up going for Goblin Gang in the back, and we got a game against someone from Orange Juice. Let's see if he's about that positive elixir trade life, guys. Let's see if we can make him make some negative elixir trades and get him kicked from the OJ clan. I don't know if I'm being like malicious right now, but that's what we're hoping for. We're trying to assert dominance here. No mercy. So we're gonna Bard Barrel. Maybe we can kill the Tesla because he's obviously gonna end up going in for a Expo with it. So we just don't want to allow that to stay on the map. Even if he logs, I just can't allow that Tesla to stay there. So we're gonna end up going for a Miner with the Thick Boy protecting our Spear Goblins. He's already used log. I think we're in a great spot right now. Spear Goblin might actually stay alive. Oh, Steven, guys! Whenever we end up having a unit survive through the crucible of spam from your opponent, you gotta name it. We named that Spear Goblin Steven, guys. That's what we do out here. We end up going for a Fireball, and then I actually have to go for a Bard Barrel. Unfortunately, we are going to take a significant amount of damage from this Expo, but I split up my Goblin Gang in case he ended up going for a log. So then it was going to target everything individually. The Expo was not going to be able to break through really quickly because if I just drop it here right in front, he logs, gets an amazing connection, and I feel horrible about myself. So I'm not about that life at all. He's going to end up going in for some more spam. It looks like he's probably going to try to cycle back to an Expo, so let's go in for a Mortar in a spot that he's not able to fireball the tower that he wants. So if that's going to be the case, then he's probably not going to be able to go for an offensive Expo. If he goes in for a defensive one, we'll just end up minering and fireballing. So we'll see what he does here. I really like going in for miners plus bats because if he only has like Ice Spirit and Ice Golem, he's going to have to do at least an even trade there with the Ice Golem, which he doesn't want to drop. He wants to save that so when he goes in for an Expo, he has some type of like mechanism of defending it. So we're going to end up splitting our Rascals just in case he ends up going in for the log. We'll see. He should log this, but he hasn't done it yet. We're going to end up going in for Goblin Gang. Alright, well no, we don't even need a Goblin Gang. He didn't log. Okay. If he had logged, the Thick Boy would have stayed alive and then we would have Goblin Ganged. I totally expected an earlier log there. Anyway, I think he's just going to try to outcycle me and go in for an Expo. And if that's the case, then we're just going to end up going for Rascals and Goblin Gang afterward. Let's just go in for a Bard Barrel. He's going to Fireball instead, and he's going to save the log, I guess. But are you really just going to log Spear Goblins? Is that the play, dude? Do you really want to log these Spear Goblins? I know you don't want to, but you kind of have to if you want to break through. And then we're going to Fireball him. So notice how I'm always just dropping the Mortar in a defensive posture where he's not able to Fireball the tower that he wants. And as a result, we're just coming away with these amazing elixir trades. And then we go for our Rascals first. We never end up going in for a Rascals secondary. The reason why is you want to keep the Thick Boy alive if he ends up going in for like a log or something, right? So he ends up going in for a log there. He ends up getting a small connection. Doesn't really matter. We can end up Fireballing if he goes in for some more spam. We're just going to go in for a Mortar because we want to end up killing the Rascals that way. Or not the Rascals that way, the Archers that way. Then we're going to end up going in for a Bard Barrel because it does so much damage to the Expo. It's going to be our best mechanism of killing it. We're going to end up going for Spear Goblins because he's already exhausted his log. And as a result, we should be able to spam him pretty aggressively. He's totally expecting like the Miner in the back, so we're going to go in the front here. And we end up maneuvering it around the Tesla. It feels good, man. And the Tesla is really far below where he wants it to be, so this is not a good situation for him. In fact, we're even going to go in for an offensive Mortar here, just because I know for a fact that the Tesla is so far out of cycle that we should be able to make something happen. I'm going to go for a Bard Barrel on the Archers, just so we can kill them. And we're going to end up going for Spear Goblins, and yeah, this is not the worst, but definitely not the best for us. We need to end up eating some damage, then I need to go for a defensive Mortar. It's still a pretty okay situation, all things considered. I'm going to end up going for a Miner, and I'm going to Fireball the Expo, and whatever he drops right on top of the Miner. And we should win the game here. One more Miner hit. One more Miner hit, sir. Please give it to me. He does not end up giving it to me. But we can end up going for a lot of spam because he's already exhausted his log, so there's no way that he's going to be able to kill the Spear Goblins. We need one Miner hit for 64, or we'll Fireball you. I don't care. Pick your poison, sir. It looks like you're going to get Fireballed out. GG, well played, and peace out, Bro Scout. Hey, the Miner actually got a hit. I totally wasn't expecting that. We're going to end up going for Goblin Gang in the back against Professor Live. We're going to sauce out a good luck, and we're going to see what's up. This guy's going to end up going in for a Baby Dragon in the back, so let's go in for Rascals here. And this is probably going to either be Golem or Graveyard, so we'll have to wait and see what he's got. Our Rascal will be able to soak up the initial charge of the Baby Dragon, initial Belch, And I think he's going to end up having Golem or RG, actually. It's going to be one or the other. It's going to go for bats here. If he goes Golem, we're going to try to rush opposite lane and not drop our Mortar. We really don't want to drop our Mortar because we need to save it for defense, right? So we're just going to chill and relax a bit until we can decipher what he's got. Definitely want to end up going for a Barbarrel here, and that's going to be a dead Electro Dragon. So that's not going to give him any value. He's going to end up going for a Lumberjack, so we're going to rush opposite with our Goblin Gang. And then we're going to end up going for bats. So all I need to do here is just end up going in for Spear Goblins, and then we should be able to kill that without too many issues. Should not get a single hit on our tower. What are you going to do, my man? You've activated King Tower already, saying well played, because I guess I was able to defend that efficiently, but this is not the best situation for us. We have to drop Rascals as soon as he goes in for the Golem. I am kind of expecting him to go in for Golem soon. We're going to split our Rascals and then accommodate the opposite side wherever he goes in for the Golem. He's not about it at all. Unfortunately, he's going to end up having Golem with a couple of small spells like Tornado and Electro Dragon with Barbarrel. It's not easy. I'm going to go for my Miner, so then we're going to be able to make sure that everything goes closer to that. We're going to Fireball, so then we get more chip. And I actually missed. So he's BMing. He's actually being kind of a dick. So I thought he was actually being a decent person, but no, he's kind of a dick with a hard counter too. This is one of the hardest matchups for me, at least, because the Electro Dragon, right? As soon as I drop the Mortar, I lose. I'm pretty sure. Can't do much here. Maybe I should have dropped that in a different spot. Drop Rascals here. This is gonna be tough. Just go Goblin Gang. Bats. I know that I can't drop my Mortar early, or I do lose. So I think I have to separate the Lumberjack from the Golem. And then I have to end up going for like Goblin Gang plus Bats right on top of this. So I think that's how I'm supposed to defend it, guys. That was actually pretty sexy. That was not bad at all. That was actually really good. Holy crap. Alright, so we figured out what we want to do. One of my biggest issues when I was playing this matchup, like I was consistently going in for like the wrong stuff. I was consistently going in for Mortars on offense, and you just can't do that. So I think I can win this. We're definitely better than this guy, but it's hard to say if I'll win or not. Last possible second, drop our Mortar, it pulls. It's going to Electro Dragon me like a savage. We're just going to keep up the aggression opposite. Goblin Gang here. Can we win this? Yeah, this is looking really solid. So we're going to end up going for Rascals here as well. And then Miner after. These Bats might stay alive. He's going to go for a Tornado. He doesn't end up pulling everything. So I 100% need to go in for a Barbarrel here to pull. And then Spear Goblins after. Is that going to retarget? Did. Wait, he's got poison, right? Alright, we need to go all in then. I don't see any other way of playing this. I'm going to get this Fireball juicy. Can we get this connection on top of the tower? Is that going to hit the tower? It should. It should hit the tower. Heck yeah! Give me that W, boys. I can't believe we won that. That guy was BMing the crap out of me and he got a hard counter, but we still won. Feels good, man. So I guess the biggest difference in this matchup was I did not use Mortar on offense. I only used it on defense, and then we end up getting that juicy connection at the end that sealed his fate. Let's go in for Bats in the back. We'll see what's up. We'll see what's good. This guy is not dropping anything. He's going to go in for the Santa Claus. So he's going to try to bring some presence of pain to our tower. We're not going to allow that to happen. He's going to have Log. He's already dropped it, though. So let's go and drop our Rascals here, and we'll see what he does. Kind of want to end up going in for our Mortar on defense if he ends up spamming us, which he probably will end up going for like a Prince or something. If he doesn't, I would be a little bit surprised. We're going to end up going for our Mortar now, and our Rascal might be able to turn around. He's actually going to drop a Lightning, but it's not going to matter. The Musketeer should get shredded, and I'm pretty okay. I'm not happy. I am not happy with the situation. We see Log and we see Lightning. I was like, I'm pretty okay here. But we end up seeing the triple spell Maniac here. So this is not the situation that we desire. We're a little bit crestfallen right now. A little bit sad. But I think we can bounce back. He's going to end up going in for a Mega Minion right on top of our units. It doesn't matter too much. He's going to end up going in for some more spam. We'll have to go in for a Mortar. And then I also think that I want to go for a Goblin Gang so that Mega Minion does not lock on top. He's going to go in for a Log, so we just want to go for Bats immediately right on top so we're able to kill the Mega Minion. One of the Spear Goblins stays alive. In the face of adversity, he does not fall down to the Log. He is not timbering down, boys. He is still here. So I think we're going to be fine. I think we are going to get a ton of damage with the Bats because he's not going to have Elixir for the arrows after dropping the Musketeer. And as long as I defend this adequately, we're in a great spot. So I'm faced with the situation. Do I want to end up going for the Barb Barrel or do I want to end up going for the Spear Goblin? I'd rather go for the Barb Barrel because then it demands a presence. And I just eat like one hit. Doesn't really matter. We end up beating out a Tombstone for just one Musketeer hit. We take that for sure. So one of the things I'm always apprehensive about, especially when they have so many tank killers, it's just, I don't know, man. I never really want to end up going for offensive mortars into bowler players at all. I'm going to end up going for my Bats here, and then he's going to lightning me. I'm okay with that. Bats should be able to kill if he doesn't have Elixir for the arrows immediately, which he shouldn't. And then we should be able to spam him very aggressively. So Mortar Bait is pretty easy to play against people that end up having 3 spells if you're able to get them into a really bad card cycle. As we just saw, he doesn't have arrows, he doesn't have his Log. We took advantage of it, we capitalized on it, and we did a lot of damage. I'm going to even go for a Fireball here just to propel that Musketeer a little bit closer. I was hoping that he wouldn't have Elixir, but he did. We're just going to end up going for another Mortar here, and then we're going to end up going for Spear Goblins, because if you think about it, Spear Goblins is the one card that he doesn't want to arrow, he doesn't want to Log, because he's never going to get that much value on it. And one of the Spear Goblins still stays alive. How do you miss? Well, I don't know how he did that, but we ended up defeating Arrows, Log, Bowler, and Triple Spell Giant. So that is a pretty difficult matchup for most people that are running Mortar Bait. I hope this was able to help you guys. GG, well played. And peace out, Girl Scout. It was a pleasure playing against you and asserting dominance. So we're going to end up going for Spear Goblins right out of the gate. We'll see what's up. We'll see what's good. And this guy's going to end up having the Hut of Justice. So the Spear Goblin Steven Hut. Unfortunately, it kills our Stevens. We're going to end up going for Barb Barrel, so then we're able to kill his Spear Goblins out of the Spear Goblin Hut. And I kind of want to end up going opposite lane here. We'll see what he's got. We'll see what he's going to do. He's probably going to end up having P.E.K.K.A. Minor Control or something of the sort. I don't know for certain, but that's what it's looking like right now. I'm going to end up going for Rascals here. He's going to end up poisoning us, unfortunately. So he played really aggressive. He minored and he poisoned with a Mega Minion to end up killing that. So that's a ton of Elixir, my man. That's literally 10 Elixir to kill that Mortar plus Rascal. So I'm okay with that. You played really, really aggressive. You've already exhausted your poison. Not on the tower where all the Spear Goblins are getting their damage. So I'm very okay with this situation. I'm going to go for a Fireball. And then I can Barb Barrel to end up killing his Electro Wizard. And then also not having to deal with this Barb Barrel. So this Barbarian is not going to get a hit because it's not being supported by the Electro. And we're going to end up getting 2 hits with our Barb Barrel. So I kind of want to end up going for Spear Goblins here. So we tank his Spear Goblin hit. And then we're going to end up going in for a Minor so then we can kill the Hut. If we can kill the Hut, I think we're going to be able to be in an extraordinary position. So he's got Minor Control with Mega Minion. This is really looking like the P.E.K.K.A. deck, guys. It has to be P.E.K.K.A. So I don't think he's going to be able to afford a poison right now, especially since he's already used the Mega Minion. Okay, he does anyway. It's a lot of Elixir that he spent. Mega Minion should only get 1 hit, if that, on our tower. And then our Barbarian should get 2 again. So we're like gradually chipping away with Barbarian Barrels. It feels good, man. It's actually getting way more damage than a traditional Minor would. And it's cleaning up Spear Goblins that would otherwise like get a lot of chip damage on us as well, putting him in the lead. If we hadn't gotten those Barbarian Barrel connections, I think we would be losing the game right now. So now I'm going for Rascals. We're going to wait for Thick Boy to cross the river. And then we're going to end up going for a Minor. We want Thick Boy to be tanking for our Minor when we go in. And then he's actually going to be dropping a Mega Minion really close. I'm not going to go for a Fireball yet. I kind of want to wait and see if the Mega Minion is going to get closer. Yep, there it is. So we're going to be able to hit everything. And then he ends up going in for a very aggressive Minor Poison. We're dropping our Spear Goblins out of range, and they'll be able to chip away. So we're just going to keep up the aggro. I know that this Barb Barrel is just giving us value time and time again, so let's keep making it happen. And then he gives me more Fireball value. What a cordial sir. We'll snag that up, dude. That is delicious. And the Spear Goblins should be able to take out the tower. With 25 seconds remaining, he is forced to do some very desperate and dire tactics. We're just going to go for a Goblin Gang on top of the Minor. Even if he goes in for like a Zap or anything, it doesn't matter. He's going to have Zap, Barb Barrel, Poison, and, or not Zap. He's got Snowball, Barb Barrel, Poison, and Minor. So this is definitely a hard counter for him, but we still were able to come away with the victory just by like cycling Minors and Fireballs whenever we could, whenever we got value. and then always trying to get value from our Bar Barrel, which he just doesn't have. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. All right, here we go, guys. Let's go sauce out Spear Goblins to go kick off the game, see what's up, see what's cooking, and we'll see what he drops. He's going to have a Valkyrie. All right, so Valkyrie, are you going to end up rocking? Okay. I was going to say, are you going to end up having an Earthquake here? But I don't know. After seeing the Ram Rider, usually not going to be the case if he's got Ram Rider. Unfortunately, that is going to get a connection on our tower, but, you know, we have to just live with it. Whoa, it didn't. I thought for sure that was going to get a hit. I was erring on the side of caution, and I'm just completely flabbergasted that thing did not just wreck my tower. I don't know how that happened, man, but I'll take it. I'll take that Christmas present. Even though it's not Christmas or anywhere near Christmas, I'll take it. I'm going to go for a Fireball just to decrease the duration of the Fire Spirits from the Furnace. Make sure that he's able to get less of them on the map. And then we're going to end up going for a Mortar, so then we're able to kill that. I would assume that we're going to be able to get some damage on Harry Potter a little bit easier now. And I think I have to end up going for Spear Goblins, and then maybe go for a Miner on defense against Harry Potter. That's really going to be the only way that I can kill it. It's definitely going to get some damage on our tower, but this is going to be better than nothing. Gets one hit. Not that bad. Harry Potter, Valkyrie plus Furnace. And we got bait, man. This is not a good time in the life of Jake. Doesn't make me super happy. Plus the Ram Rider, right? So our Mortar should not be in cycle for the Ram Rider because we just exhausted it right on top of the Harry Potter. But I know that I'm able to go and drop my Rascals plus Bar Barrel, and that should be able to kill it, guys. That really should. If it doesn't, I'm sad, and he's going to Fireball me, so I have to drop my Mortar now. So we were able to cycle back to it. Feels good, man. And because the Ram Rider is so close, we are able to get that pot shot off on the tower. And, guys, I think I can go in for Spear Goblins here. I think we can. I can't believe that. That was so wild. Do I want to end up going for Bats and then think that he's going to... Okay, so he didn't have Elixir for the Harry Potter, but he did have Elixir for Bats. I thought he might go in for like a Snowball or something, so I just wanted to go in for Bar Barrel. Just didn't want to eat that damage, guys. Rather safe than sorry, and if I had dropped the Bar Barrel later, I wouldn't have been able to prevent the damage if he had like a small spell there. I just don't trust this guy at all. So I could Fireball that. I could end up going for a Mortar. I think Fireballing is going to be our best bet. If I'm able to hit everything, oh, maybe, just maybe. Let's go, guys. We hit the Harry Potter. We hit the Ram Rider. We hit everything. If you guys are able to do that, it just feels so good. Today has been a great day for us so far. The Ram Rider has not got hits when it's wanted to. It is just like, oh, when I say that, it gets a hit on my tower. But for the most part, all these interactions have been going my way, and it's been mind-blowing how we get the Fireball on top of the Ram Rider, the Furnace, and the Wizard. And then we also end up destroying the Ram Rider before it gets a hit on our tower. It just feels so good, man. So to go for Rascals here, Harry Potter is at a sliver of HP, but he's not going to be able to die yet. He is just like one paper cut away from just falling, guys. Anyway, we're going to end up going for a Fireball here, and we should be able to walk with the W. We just need to propel back that pesky Valkyrie. One more Miner hit. We do not get it, unfortunately, so we just need to cycle back here. If that's the case, I don't want to drop my Bats because they're going to die a little bit quicker, the Fire Spirits, whereas the Spear Goblins, they're not mindless. They don't, like, jump into the Fire Spirits. So I think we're chilling here. We're just going to cycle Fireball, and notice where I drop my Fireball, closest possible tile on the corner, so it gets there a little bit quicker and finishes off the game. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout.